Alright guys, welcome back here to your Craft Tech channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how I created this cursor mouse effects. So when I'm moving, can you see that effects all around the screen on this basic website that I'm working on? Let me see. When I leave the screen, it actually leaves, and when I come in, it comes in again. When I leave the screen, it leaves. Whatever position it leaves and comes in with it immediately. Can you see? We have all this. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you that now. Let's get started. Alright, so right here we have this LMS app, right? This LMS website, a learning management system where you can buy courses and get certified and the rest. So I have this setup here which I created with Byte. If you have difficulty installing Byte, I have a video on that, you can check it. And how to also set your default port, like I did there. My default port is 4000. You can check my video on that also. Okay, so now for me to do this, it's very easy. I'm going to add into my index.html file, which what I have here. So when I end it, I'm going to have this basic setup. For we have the root directory. This root, I think you can see that in the main.js file. Yeah, you got the document by ID. From their default setting. There's this document by ID, which is root, and then render everything that we are rendering inside that root that we have here. Okay, so now what we do for this designer, you can just see it again, it's been removed because I want to start fresh. So what I need to do here is to create a div at the top and give it a class name, or a shortcut for doing that is give the element name dot, which is the class. What the name of class? I go to dot cursor. Okay, now it's going to create this automatically for you. You cannot see it on the screen, it won't show on the screen. Okay, so what I need to do next here is to style it. So for the style, I'm going to say body. I think we'll leave the body empty for now. Then let's style that cursor. So dot cursor, which is the class name. So for that dot cursor, which is the class, okay, you give it a width of about 2 em and a height about 2 em. Also a background of, let's see, orange. Now you won't see it on the screen. Okay, and they're going to say position absolute. Okay, now you can see it up here, right? This orange color showing here. If I change the background, you see if I change to line to coral, you will actually see it up here again. Okay, so now we have that. Now we'll make it circular, which is a border radius of around 50%. Okay, it's going to give us circle. It's going to give us a fitted circle. Why? Because we have the same width and the same height. Okay. So next on the line is giving it an effect, a glowing effect. So we're going to use a keyframe for that. Keyframe identifier should be effect. Let's call it effect. Call it whatever name you want. So starting from 0 degree, if you're not used to use effect with this keyframe, I'm going to do that video soon on that. Okay. So for 0%, we're giving the filter. Okay, and we're going to use the EU rotate, which will be starting from 0 degree. We're going to see what's going to happen now. This keyframe is actually for animation, so we want that part the effects showing here to be bouncing, to have a glowing effect. So we're going to go to, let's say, 100 degree. At 100 degree at full portion, filter U degree should be, let's say, 30 degree. Okay, we're going to add the animation here. Animation, let me make this smaller so you can see the screen. Animation for the name that we have here, which is effects. So it takes note of that effect, and we're going to do that for 1 second, infinite. And can you see now it's glowing? It's changing color, different color, right? So I can change this to, let's say, 50 degree. How more? Yeah, can you see now it's having that effect right here? Okay, So that's very good. So now next on the line is now adding my JavaScript. Okay, if I like, I can continue making this, very fine. If I don't want to do that, I can. Okay, let's do that. Let's say dot cursor, add a before element to it. I'm going to say content empty, position should be absolute. This one position should be relative, so we have that before after it. So the width here should be around, let's say, 4 to 5. Oh, sorry, we can't use this again, sorry, because we've used absolute already. So 4 em, the background of let's use the background of blue to this. Can you see now that's showing very big, but we need an opacity for it, which is, let's make it opacity of 0.5. Okay, now can you see it's having that effect already? So we want to make that circle at the center. How do we make that circle at the center? That's very simple. So we're going to say transform and translate. Translate should be 25% and 25% for the x and y axis portion. Let's do this. Minus 25%. Minus 25%. So now it's sitting at the center of it, right? Okay, so let's move on. Give it a border radius also of around 50% because the same width and height, so it's going to give us a full circle. 50%. I think that width is too much, so let's change it to okay, let's give this one. We're making it double, so make this one 2, or make this one 2, so our calculation will be correct. Okay, we have that. So we can add animation effect also here to this. I can change the background color for that. Let's give this one a lemon or lime green. Yeah, can you see what we have there? Now for our JavaScript, making this to actually move while we move our cursor on the screen. Okay, that's very easy. So go into JavaScript here, right? The scripts, and then get this tag, which is the cursor tag for the div. I'm going to say let cursor equals to document the query selector, which is going to act as the DOM. So dot query selector, which is the class name of that cursor, and I'm going to say document. I'm going to add event listener to the document, saying that when I move the mouse, dot add event listener. The event listener will be on mouse. Okay, now we have the mouse move. We have the mouse enter. So for the mouse move, first of all, I'm going to create this function to it with this event. So saying when I enter, what should happen is that I'm going to get the axis of this and my arrow of this cursor wherever it is on the screen. Let me open my inspect tag so you can see what I mean. When I open this and I go to this page and I say let's direction of the x equal to e dot page x, okay, and I can also log that direction x. Let's see what happens here. So right here now you can see when I put my arrow, can you see it's changing different values, telling us that, oh, this is the position, this is the point x on the graph. So now I'm on point 432, which is okay. This point I am is 335, this point is 250, and so on. So I have to get the x and the y direction automatically. So now I have this direction x. I have to get for direction y also. So for direction y, I have this. What I'll say is that when I move this mouse on the screen, it's going to tell us and give us the position of that cursor. All right. So now, how do we get the position of that cursor? How do we move this object here? So if you check, our cursor here has a position of absolute. To mean that I can change the top and the whatever I want it to be. So I can therefore say cursor dot style dot top should be equal to the direction y, then plus px, like whatever value, if it is 5px, I'm going to add it there. So to move the elements to the left or right side, I have to add left here, and I'm going to say x now. So let's check what happens on the screen. So you can see here my mouse is being followed directly. When I leave the screen, it's not leaving. When I come in, it's only happened, right? I can do the same thing here and say document dot add event listener, and the event listener here will be mouse enter. So we're going to take note of when I enter the screen. So when I'm out, when I enter, it picks it up, right? Okay. So now I'll do something when I'm out, it's going out, and I'm like this. So we also have another one, which is documents dot add event listener, and the event listener here will be when the mouse leaves the screen. Okay, on mouse leave, we're going to change the cursor. So we're going to say the cursor. So the cursor should have no display on the screen. And I'm going to say cursor dot style dot display should be none. Okay, I'm going to give this to be none. And also when I enter the screen, cursor display should be now be blocked again. So I have this. There's an error, so block here. So when we enter, yeah, can you see it's moving? But when we leave the screen, it's leaving. When we enter, it's coming back again. We have that automatically happening. If you feel like changing the effect here, you can do that by using a canvas element to carry out whatever traces you want to do. Have a nice time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day.